Vrum, rum, 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 rum. What? Minecraft cars don't make the noises. I'm just helping out. Are you sure you want to do this? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. What? No, it's a Minecraft race. We gotta rebuild them at the finish line. Then you'll lose. Bye. Yeah, gonna win. And first place. How the? What? Why? We're not even playing Fortnite. Awesome fun. What is up, dudes, dudettes, and dudes who defy description? And a toasty hot warm welcome to another episode of Awesome Fun in Minecraft. Today we're doing something I've been thinking about forever: building roads. Or more specifically, historic Route 66. Or at least, my own version of it, inspired by the real Route 66. So here is the little design that I've been working out for a road, and you can see I've gone for the kind of black top, white lines either side, yellow dotted lines down the middle, and I'm thinking for our main texture, I'm really liking the black concrete, and I think that we can mix things like coal blocks, black stone, even like slabs, and maybe even if we have a stair, we could put in stairs just to make the road look a bit uneven in places. We can even bring some like dirt across into the roads to make them look a bit more worn out as well. It'll definitely be better than this monstrosity that's going on underneath Ecto 1 here. So we have this design, but we'll also want to build like a double lane highway as well, because this Route 66, much like the one that went through the middle of America, this one is going to be going right through the middle of everything we built. So let me show you the route that it's going to take. So if we start over here in the kind of giant whole tree farm industrially area, we're going to get our road to begin here. It's going to come across, we're going to build a bridge, take it across past Tower Records, Ghostbusters, down around Jurassic Park, around the back of Main Street, bring it around here, we'll tuck it around, bring it into the drive-through, so that we actually have a way for vehicles to get in and out of the drive-through. We'll bring it back out the other side, and then we're going to bring it this way, past our new shuttlecraft from last episode. We'll build a tunnel through this bridge, we'll bring the road around here, keep lowering it, bring it round, around here, and we're going to bring it all the way up until we reach the Fortnite agency build. Oh yes, it's going to be a long route, but it's going to allow us to tie all of the areas of our build together. I mean, the furthest thing that way is the farm of the... I can't even remember what you call it now. The farm of the sea dudes. The farm of the sea dudes. It's my... Guardian Farm, that's it, the farm of this, I think farm of the sea dudes. It's way better. It's been a long time, but it's kind of over there. Then we got the Ghostbusters map, and of course the epic oceanic aquarium. And then of course, as we say, we'll bring it back into the main area. So when we're coming through here, I think we want the double lane highway for this big section, and the single lane when we're coming into the sort of main area of the town. So the first thing I'm going to do is lay down a plan, dig out a gap that's the right distance. This is 7 wide, and I think the idea I've got for the other one will be maybe 15 wide. So we'll prepare a path all the way along so we can get ready to place Route 66. Okay, so here we are at the double wide 2-lane highway area that we're going to do. Just behind here, of course, is the Fortnite agency. So this is going to be the starting point for our main road. So now I've got the starting point, and you can see the design here. It's much like the other one, but slightly, instead of yellow in the middle, I've gone for this variation. I basically looked up different highways in America, and I sort of went for a mix between what I like the look of, because I think I don't want it to be grey, I want it to be black, but not too cartoony black, so more muted tones. So I've just mixed in different kind of insignias and markings and things like that to something I liked. Under here, we've got ourselves some sea lanterns. So this roadway will have light. We'll obviously do overhead lighting and things like that with it as well. And then for the markings on the road, we can use variations like this is a mushroom stem, and we've also got somewhere a quartz block. And this just when you're looking at it, gives it some faded areas. Here is the idea I was talking about how you can make the road look like it's a bit lumpy, because I know that Route 66 isn't really a main route anymore. It was taken over by some big interstate thing in America. I've never been there, I should point out, and my geography isn't that great. But I know a little bit from what I've read. So some of this stuff is like back roads, some of it's big highways. So I really love this stuff for blending it in. So we know that this is the starting point, and I think the easiest way, rather than try not to get caught in the tree, rather than like drawing a line all the way out, because that could take forever, we're just going to work it out from the start as we go along. So I think the best place to start, rather than at this end, is at the other end. And maybe then rather than starting over there behind the iron blimp, I think where we probably need to start is here. You can see I've cleared the top of this mountain, because the road's going to kind of start here, or end here, depends on your perspective, and come over this way. But the trickiest bit, I think, is here, where it merges with Tower Records and the Ghostbusters headquarters. You can see I've extended my practice design here a little bit and done the curve and put in this diagonal bridge here. So I think I'm going to start here, go along this way, and that way we'll get the curve right here. Oh, hello. We'll get the curve, the bridge coming down here, curving around here, and we'll get that section done, and then we'll push up towards the other way. So it's time, I would say, for a funky montage. Oh my goodness, would you look at this? I love this road. It is amazing. I have spent hours just coming along, putting in some of this detailing that we see going on here. I just wanted to tell you, as well as showing you everything, some of my thoughts here on the design. So I was kind of thinking that closer to the inside, that's where the cars would be the least. So this is darker with the coal block, and then the old black stone blocks on here are where the cars would go and kind of wear it. It's not always the case, but I think it looks great. Look at this double curve that we threw in at the end here for no other reason than because I think it looks kind of awesome, which is great. And this is perfect. So we start at the end of Route 66 here, which takes us out at the Fortnite Agency. And the thing about this is I've been tempted as I go through to do bits of terraforming, but we don't want to do that now. We want to add lots of builds along the way and let the builds dictate the terraforming as we go. So yeah, coming along here, you can see this beautiful road. I love it here. This is probably one of my favorite stretches. I haven't actually used any specific, I've used variations on different road markings, because this is our world, you know, we can choose how it looks. But isn't this great, this road coming along here? Then up here, we have added a few things in, like little cracks in the road here where stuff's growing into the road. And what I have done terraforming wise is I like it better when the road is flush with the grass. So here, where it flew over, we've had to build up some stuff to make it a bit more natural, and added a couple of potholes and things there. This is great. It's looking really good. So what we still need to do here is, if you look, this area here underneath is obviously exposed, and we need to do something about it. Is that, what was that? Oh, is that more potholes? I was like, is there a road? A hole in the road? I've seen heaps of, that's just a pothole. There's been heaps of Enderman all over the place trying to wreck this build. But yeah, if we can get over to this edge, you can see underneath, as well as probably being a mob farm, is unfinished area. So we need to add some stuff on here, some supports, to make this look like it's being held up by something. And we need to improve this tunnel right now. I love this tunnel. It is beautiful. I've just been coming along, knocking out little bits here and there, putting loads of detail on it. But it doesn't quite look like a car might fit under it yet. Might need to get a little bit higher up. Think so. So we need to improve that tunnel and we need to work on the support. But everywhere else is looking pretty good. Always turning dark when you're recording, but yeah, the road comes along here, Jurassic Park. Now, we might need to do a bit of tidying up here if we land in Jurassic Park and look up. We can see the edge of the road, but yeah, it's not very neat, so we're going to definitely need here to neaten up this little bit too. That's going to need to happen. At some point, we'll need to build a bridge to connect this over. And the route finishes down here. I actually changed this from what it was in the time lapse, so it was all on the same level, and a nice strip here that we can use to connect up and finish up areas like the tree farm, the iron farm, and Thunder Canyon. That's what this place is. This is where I come to fight creepers when the lightning strikes, and we have our trident and we get to hit them with lightning. So that's what this is. Terrain has destroyed all of this here, but love Route 66. It just brings everything so together, gives you a way to flow through all the different builds we've been making throughout the entire series, and isn't it wonderful? I'm so inspired. Stop picking up, as long as you're not picking up bits of like the actual road. But I'm watching you, friend. God, every build, these guys are on my back, and oh, look at it down here, yeah. So much inspiration for what we can build on either side. But let's get these supports in place underneath and do a bit of neatening up. Here I am, just relaxing in my boat, taking a look at this beautiful piece of Minecraft terrain here. And what do you notice about this terrain? Hopefully the answer is nothing, because this part here in the middle wasn't here before. It was exposed, and I just spent ages. It's so addictive and so much fun building terrain, like random terrain, but doesn't it look fantastic? And it really does help to encase the road and make it look perfect as we come down underneath here. So we got that bit tidied up under there. What we also got done here was our tunnel. What I've done is I've added a bit of lighting in the center of the tunnel here, and we've added some support beams with some rivets in it, just to hold up the roof. And on a certain point, I used these railings here, these iron bars, but I just also put them in wherever was on the same level. So not down here, because that's, not on the same level. Just look like it's had iron put through it to reinforce the tunnel. And it's still probably a bit low for a vehicle. Optimus Prime, I think, is like 8-9 blocks high. So I don't think he would fit under there, but doesn't it look great? I don't really want to make it like round tunnel shape, because I'm really in love with this kind of lower down shape and just all the different details that come into play as you come underneath. Nice and simple there. And speaking of underneath, let's take a look at where our road flew over air. So this is where we had it flying over air. What we did underneath is put on this pattern here, just alternating stone bricks and polished andesite slabs to give it support underneath. It was hard to do the curves. I think it looks not too bad. And then we added in these pillars, and I love them. They're very cool. Simple flyover pillars. I know this is not essential. You're not really going to be down here at any point, but I just think if you can't see something in a build, like it's against a wall, then fair enough, you don't have to do the side that's against the wall. But this part, you could come down here. You could feasibly end up down here, looking down here. So you should finish a build wherever you can see it, I think. Even little details like this. So we've got these blue pipes here that are draining any rain that comes from the motorway down off of the overpass. There, we've got these supports in place. Similar design with each one. This one having to be a little bit different for the side support. But doesn't that look great? It's took a long time, especially do the side ones. Working underneath, always horrible. But I think it's totally worth it. It just helps to finish off the road really nicely. It looks like it could be supported. We also threw some of these supports underneath here. You can see them coming along. If we travel along underneath, quite a few creeper holes got blew up a lot. This can be a bit of a mob farm underneath here. So we've got some supports here where we come around and it joins again into the cell. We've got another diagonal support here. Working in diagonals, difficult, but again, can be really fun. And I think that looks great. We'll probably never come down here. But at least we got this looking sorted. So we've tidied up that. We've got the hill and the road and everything sorted. The other bit I sorted actually was over at Jurassic Park. So we had a bit of single road that runs along the side here. And what I did was I extended the edge of the road because the white line here was right on the edge here of Jurassic Park. So at points we've just, sometimes it's only one wide, but we've extended the terrain out a bit here. We've fixed all the trees and everything so that they kind of join in. We've even like got it all kind of smoothed in. Oh, hey Sabrina. We also, got all this all sorted out so it's smooth, nice, flows in well together. And I also love, if you come down in Jurassic Park and look down there, it actually gives it a nicer finish across the top there. Because the design with Jurassic Park, the idea is when you're in the park, you can't see anything there. You can't see the Byers household. You can't see the drive-in. Obviously, there's no way you can avoid seeing this stuff. But as you're actually over here, the idea is, again, you won't really see it because it's too high up. When you're looking this direction here, you can't see anything that is of my bait. Well, you can't see anything past Dippy, but if you look up here, you can't see any of the town. So it's an immersive experience. So I think it helps to do that. Really smooth it in and work it out well. So now that we've done those tasks, the last things that I would like to do are to add in some street lights. So this is the design I've gone. Got a double andesite block, item frames with the bars, just give a bit of detail, hidden item frame, stone brick there, and then we've got the polished Andy in this cute 6 diagonal, one underneath there. And I decided, although I really hate the redstone design and actually the way the daylight sensor looks, I wanted to have that thing where the lights will turn on when it turns, as it just did there, when it turns nighttime. And that is going to be awesome. So I'm going to have to do a lot of counting and work that out. That's the design when we're on a single road. When we're on the double road, because you'll notice actually as it's turning night, there's lighting in the double roads hidden in between here underneath this black carpet. So they light up really well. So we need to give the illusion that they're being lit up. And here's the double wide that we're going to go design here. So it's just a 3 diagonal going up with our lights. Same kind of design at the bottom, a little higher. So I'll need to do some counting, work out what intervals we should have them. Don't want too many of them. Oh, but that is so cool, actually. I love that. Look, as it becomes nighttime, when you have those lights, it will look like they are what's lighting that up rather than being magically lit up as now. But look, it's so awesome at nighttime. How can just a simple thing as a road become one of my favorite things so far? And I'm just so excited to build vehicles on this, to bring this to life. So many things. Oh, it's awesome. Look at, there's so many of them now, and the way they light up is beautiful. So, sorry, I cut that clip short because I got a bit overexcited, as I often do, talking about things. Look at how it is now, how much it has come to life with all these beautiful night activated lights. And just I love the fact that these lights are in the center, so when you're driving along they won't spoil your view of all the cool stuff, although you have to be like right here to see the banners on the shuttlecraft. Doesn't this look awesome? Not just here, but the smaller ones when we got onto the single road here along the side of Jurassic Park. Coming over here as well into the final area. Some of these will probably be moved as we build other things around it, but that is looking awesome. Look at it, nighttime. Just because the roads are self-lighted underneath the black carpet, it makes it look like they're being actually lit by these awesome street lights. So we can say now that Route 66 is looking pretty near complete, but we want to add something particularly special, something that will probably take as long as the entire road itself, but my gosh, it'll make this special road even more unique. So let's take a look at that. Isn't it awesome? Oh, it looks absolutely fantastic there next to the Ghostbusters logo in what is becoming our map area. And not just that, you'll notice that the one in the time lapse was a little bit different from the one you see here. That's because I've actually made 6 variations. That's the one I think that was in the time lapse, might have been the white on white classic. Then we went for the black background as well, really cool. Then just at one point when I was removing the white, it left the stone slabs underneath exposed, and I just grabbed a picture of that. Then we've also got this. I really love this, the color here, the kind of classic colors that you see a lot of the time. The same again on the black background and on the white background as well. So there we go, slightly different backgrounds for each one. And this will be great when we're building things that are on the side of Route 66. We'll be able to use a bit of variation and not just the same map. Now, what I'm thinking, if we have a look, is I'm reckoning that we should be able to build a nice design, something like this, something quite simple, in order to make this like a road sign. The only downside to this is it's nice and thin, it's the shape I want, but these things do float. So let's see if we put the classic sign on there. That's gonna look amazing by the side of the road. And let's try a trigger when invisible. Yep, trigger when invisible. Where's it gone? Oh, that's weird. I've never seen it do that before. It must be something to do with the stand it's on. And if I do trigger, does that bring it back? Okay, if we do that. Yeah, we might need to just do classic sign here rather than invisible sign, because then will stay on when the thing's round. I love it. Okay, it's time to go and add this to our Route 66. And here we are at the start of Route 66. And doesn't it? Everything just looks awesome with these signs added in and the lampposts. Look at that as a scene, an angle to look at. If you get it here, just so the road's completely going them. Oh, it's perfect. Might even be the screenshot of the video. This has been such an awesome project, and I'm so very inspired for all the things that we're going to build around Route 66 and build off of it. Some things from real life, some other ideas I've got, but adding these little touches on like this, the little signs, the spray paint signs, they just really bring it totally to life. And I love it. It's fantastic. The perfect end to a beautiful build that's really bringing the world together. But sadly, that's all the time we've got for today's episode. So, I hope you will join me again for more awesome fun in Minecraft. I've enjoyed spending this time with you, and I hope you enjoy spending this time with me and the cheaty McBacon. Make sure you can get in touch in the comments below. You've got any questions, I'm on the Twitter as well. Other than that, stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. So what do you think, McBacon? Rematch? Well, I don't know. How did you do that? I mean, you don't even have opposable thumbs. I mean, was it some sort of magic of the edit? I don't know. I'm going to go and rewatch Fast and Furious 1 through 8. And then I reckon I'll be ready to take you on. Then it'll be on like Donkey Kong. Oh yeah.